G'day ARIA, Heath Williamson, CBS News, Fish Lane, Brisbane, Australia. One of the other reasons why I wanted to come down here and have a bit of a walk, I hadn't been down here for a couple of months, and one of the kind of weird things which I actually was more annoyed and a bit concerned about, I've had three separate girls say, oh, it feels a bit menacing and scary down here, which the whole reason why we did all this magic was to take that away. And I know when I first did the recce, when you guys first were doing your first building down here, when I was walking around with the ARIA boys originally, I said I wouldn't let my wife walk down that needle syringed alley. And I mean, I had numerous wild film industry rap parties in the hotel, and you guys completely changed that. And especially with the lighting, it always had such a vibe, and people, I must admit, it's very quiet here at the moment. And I think the reason why it is very quiet, the hotel is completely blacked out, and I had that hotel literally covered in light bulbs, and so it is actually quite scary. And trust me, I production managed CBS News 48 Hours. It's feeling very homicide at the moment. It's black down here, but I've picked out a couple of reasons why. The big all these big murals on the wall, we had all floodlights blasting into these, and we'd put them in very cleverly. In fact, I designed it almost like a film set. That the actual Q, I didn't add in the sound effects with all the bad lighting, like about to be murdered. But no, it does. It seriously feels really, yeah. I mean, I do a lot of police walks and stuff and safety walks around the world for lighting. This was the last place I'd be expecting people to say that. But yeah, there's a few things not working. So we had designed these very clever. I don't know why these lights have been turned off. Was there a complaint with the neighbours? I wouldn't have thought so, because we'd put glare shields on them. I would suspect if there was a complaint from someone up in one of these high-rises, the lights may have, with the storms or something like that, the glare shields may have come off, or they may have shifted. It's really deserted around here, or you're about to pull this down, but it would be worth just getting these things fixed, because it would be only just trying to find a fuse. Like the artwork there is not lit up. Yeah, the last thing you want is people thinking this is a bit scary, but I don't know, what time is it? It's it's 2100 on a Monday night. It shouldn't be that See, where it really works, this billboard here with bright light on it, form and function, it's fantastic. It looks great. It bounces light back into the space. This works really well, but it's dark as. We put lights under these trees that just need to be reconnected. See all these 24-volt lights? We just need to relight these trees. We've got a whole bunch of lights. We've got new like strap-on spotlights, like landscape lights you put up in the trees, and they put beautiful pools of light here. I mean, you use that existing 24-volt circuit. I'd probably put 3 of those spotlights, because these trees are so big now. A lot of this infrastructure, like the trees have grown. They were just like sticks when we first planted them. So these little spotlights go up on the trees and put beautiful pools of light down. Why is this so dark? Oh, none of this is working. All these spotlights. Yeah, it's very black here. The pub we kind of convinced, because I think the place was looking so good. I just basically went there and said, guys, this place looks like a disaster. You can't have your Bunnings, fluoros and everything. We put all new fairy lighting on, so that all looks golden. It's come out. But you'll notice all this fairy light's been up for a long time, and so are the festoon lights, because it's on all the time. Granted, yes, they're the longest lasting festoon light bulbs in the world, but you're only going to get about half a decade out of them before they start losing the colour. You can see that new section that's been replaced. It's really golden. That's what it should look like. Just allowing your CapEx, or however it works, in the kind of the Westfield budgets of all the bulbs. You can leave the strings and all that, because all you have to do is just unscrew the bulbs. The bulbs and the fairy light will need replacing. You could probably drag it out for another year till Christmas, but I would allow for your Christmas budget to come in and literally replace all the, except for the new stuff. You can see it up there looking great. And for planning for Christmas, I would allow to come in here, literally just replace the icicles and then screw in a glitter bulb in the festoon string. So it gives you that point of difference for Christmas. You'll just get that sparkle like you're in, exactly what they do in Oxford Street in London. It'll just give a bit of a shimmering sparkle for Christmas. And then that kills two budgets with one stone. Just get all the lights all refreshed and put back together. Then it gives you a sparkle at Christmas, and then at the end of Christmas, come along the first week of February, just come along with a cherry picker and just replace the 100 or so strobe bulbs and just put the warm white back in there so it goes back to normal all year round. But yeah, it's certainly lost it, and you'll notice it when you come into Fish Lane. When you go past, because that's what it looked like when it was first put in. And like, we did the pub, I think, about 3 or 4 years ago, so it's all still looking good. But all this other stuff, it's on 12 hours a night. If there is a timer on this, that's probably more a question I should be asking myself. It might be worth just getting all the decorative stuff switched off at 2 in the morning, because it doesn't really need to burn all night long. See, that looks really good. And then you can see the older stuff down the back. It's kind of lost its sparkle. Yeah, I think the pub being closed, and dare I say, 50% of the lights aren't working down there. And the other thing, the street lights are all out too. Mind you, we don't want the street lights. It's really ugly lighting. But yeah, no, I was going to actually ring you guys about that. It was don't want people thinking this place is menacing. But see the trees there? We could just put some little spotties in there, just get the fuse fixed or whatever's causing this stuff not to work. And things like the sign, even just getting the sign. I'm going to get the electrician to just give it a really good clean. It's in really good shape, considering it's been there. It's been there for almost 10. It's almost 10 years now. It says, I love how I've got a plaque. I feel like a full artist, but it's almost been there. It's almost been up for a decade now, so it's in really good shape. We put good materials in it. I'm just going to get the boys to add a few bits to it. On the panel here, so you got the sign there. Because it's all low voltage, I'm just going to sneak in. So you might just see a few little things that it's not expensive, but just in front of the wall there, I'm going to put three tiny little in-grounds that you can barely see. They're about the size of a 50-cent piece. They're all 24 volt. They'll just be fed from the sign. They'll just run a bit of conduit up the back. It'll just wash see where that wall is? It'll just put a bit of a deep blue wash up there just to make it a bit more sparkly. I might get some of our production guys to speak to whoever's bought the pub and just say if they need a hand, because all that lighting on the building probably just needs a bit of yeah, in fact I'll have a chat with council. In fact, half the streetlights aren't working here. That's probably not helping either. So there's one outside the pub. In fact, the one at the mural there is not working either. I won't bore you with the streetlight audit. Yeah, it looks really dark. A lot of the concepts that we talked about, we kind of tell you about this yellow warning and stuff. We were going to do groovy things like put it like, because it's very, it's almost a bit French. Like we're going to just literally put light bulbs underneath that just to make it feel like it's open. Oh, they've got a big big trucks must be hitting it. Yeah, just getting the fair. It looks really scary down here. Okay, all the lights are out. All the gardens are all out here. This is a bit of a film trick. See how you've got all these beautiful gardens? This is what it's meant to look like. This is what we prepared earlier. But as the punters come in on this side, it looks like the arse end of Los Angeles, a Kmart loading dock. You're literally seeing through. The whole reason why had all the lighting here so you don't see through the ugliness. So these gardens are not lit. We've got all this scary dark, and I've opened the aperture so you guys, cue trains, cue song, so you guys can see this, but to the human eye, that's just a dark, scary, this is what it's meant to, it's what it's, yeah, all of this stuff. To be honest, this should be placed before Christmas. It is starting to look, these are the oldest, oldest streams. And it's probably Monday night too with all the restaurants closed and stuff like that, but it is, yeah, that was, that was people overreacting, but yeah, no, that it does need a bit of love, and most of it is it's probably just a bit of maintenance. So you can see the sign down there, so that gives you beautiful depth. I'm just going to add those little lights there, just going to light up the wall, and we could even put things like a low glare floodlight or something just on the back of the sign, which you can't see when you look at the sign, but it just throws a bit of light in the street. This looks fantastic. This, not so much. Yeah, to the naked eye, that is, that's all pitch black. We just need to employ about 400 background extras just to wander around here all the time. Oh, look at the ivies growing up the wall. That's looking great. That looks fantastic. Very, very Melrose. All this is all very Melrose, but it's always looked very just dark. That awning just needs a bit of, lighting detail. See, all the decorative stuff we put in's lasted pretty well. See, just the reds and the blues, just lighting the artwork. I mean, you may laugh, but dare I say it, the fairy lights, you walk down it. If it wasn't for those fairy lights, you wouldn't walk down the street. Honestly, to be completely honest, I've done enough of those murder shows and Channel 7 forensic investigators. If it wasn't for those fairy lights going up that street, it would be absolutely pitch black and menacing. ARIA crew, hope you're all well. I just thought come down and just wander and just tweak it all, and just want to make sure that it keeps the ARIA brand and the Fish Lane brand strong. Any questions, give us a shout. I've got my next meeting's in Disneyland in LA, so I'm jumping on a flight to Los Angeles on Wednesday, but I'll be on phone and email. I'll be back in about 2 weeks, but have a good one, guys.